The glow radiating from Broadway is powered by Starlight. Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal in Othello, which opened this week.
Oh, I love Denzel.
There are a certain kind of people who are the lifeblood of democracy.
And George Clooney as Edward R. Murrow in Good Night and Good Luck, which made $3.3 million in its first week, a record for a non-musical play. For Succession fans, Kieran Culkin headlines Glengarry Glen Ross, while his TV sister Sarah Snook is a couple blocks away in The Picture of Dorian Gray. Not to mention longtime Broadway icons like Audra McDonald, Idina Menzel, and Bernadette Peters, all giving Broadway a post-pandemic comeback that just a couple years ago seemed hard to imagine.
This is by far the starriest season on Broadway ever.
Why do these huge Hollywood film stars want to be on Broadway?
I was recently having a conversation with Whoopi Goldberg, and yes, I'm going to name drop for you, and she said, you know, Broadway is a place to basically prove yourself.
And that live experience is something theater fans want to see.
This is the most expensive ticket I've ever bought for a show.
But at what cost?
I try not to spend more than 50 because Othello's Othello. I'll go up to 100, but don't tell them that.
Well, here's the deal. As the New York Times recently highlighted, many tickets are selling for hundreds of dollars, some for more than $900.
Wow.
I wouldn't pay that. Yeah, that is crazy. Is that the price?
It is, and some are okay with it.
And I paid $900 for my ticket, and I don't care because I got $900.
Perhaps now is a good time for that quote from Shakespeare's Othello, warning you to beware of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster. There's no doubt those prices can put some shows out of reach.
It affects the pricing perception of Broadway and doesn't really support the narrative that there is a price point for everyone.
The nonprofit TDF works to remove financial barriers to Broadway. That includes those TKTS booths, which sell tickets at reduced prices. TDF notes more than 2/3 of shows right now have an average ticket price that's under $150. And experts will point you to shows like Maybe Happy Ending, a Tony frontrunner for Best Musical.
It's an excellent show. It's not going to cost you $800 to see that show, and yet you're still going to have a very solid and fulfilled evening at the theater.
There are also ticket resale apps like Theater, where tickets can't cost more than face value. And shows often have daily lotteries or Student Rush, giving fans a chance to catch a star.
Luckily, they have a run for the next 3 months, so I'll be doing this every day if I have to, because I want to see this show, man.
Joe, I got to ask you, I have a hard time understanding why any of those celebs need to prove themselves. I mean, haven't they done that already? But why else? Why else are they flocking to Broadway?
So here's the thing they're probably not going to say out loud, but you can kind of assume is if you are a big actor and you want an EGOT, that's the Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, you need the T, you need the Tony. So if you want that EGOT, you got to come to Broadway. So I got to think someone like a Denzel Washington already got a Tony, but George Clooney, you might want that Tony, Tom.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.